I want Shulk. I want the power of the Monado.
Ever elusive.
But we all.
Starling battle thing needs to be different to what it is, because if you look at it, it looks like, I know, it's faded, if you know what I mean, like as if it doesn't work or something.
Starling, you said?
Yeah, if you look at this, if you look at my stream, well, the G Arcade stream, then you'll see what I mean. It's like the picture in the background is black, like greyed out kind of looking. It's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Bye.
Good night.
I will have a fab day, Graham. Night night.
Night.
Yeah, I quite liked Shulk in Smash 4. I haven't got him in this yet, but
SM is a cool character.
I like that they've made selecting the Monado powers a bit easier in this. It looks like.
Have they?
Well, it's it kind of has the rotation thing. I think it's I seem to remember that was like the E3.
Oh shit! I don't have to do though. Well,
I remember like it was like in the E3 Smash Rec, they were like, "Oh, DK is more expressive now, and this character is this," and one of them was Shulk. Selecting Shulk's fins is a bit different now.
I remember the circle thing too, but yeah, I don't know how that's accessed.
Well, I think it's just like by pressing B, like you get all the fins come out.
I like hold it. Oh shit! Yeah, that's how it works. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's it. You hold it.
You can do the old tappy way if you want, or you can just hold it. That's nice and intuitive. I threw the holy water there and I was so confused as to why that happened. I was like, Shulk doesn't have holy water.
Yeah. I've had some people discover by accident, and then you can become quite adept at it, sort of picking it up at the boat. So.
Okay, okay. Shit!
Oh no!
I want to land on a platform so I could do the taunt, but now it's Shulk time. But
Oh, is that what that was?
some karma there.
Oh no! What a strange little match that was.
You say you're streaming it, or?
We are streaming now. I can't imagine to. We've got 4 bots in here, so that's nice.
Is Grum here?
Not as of yet. Oh no, he is. No, he is. Hello, Graham. Graham, your attendance record. If this was like school, I would give you all the merit points. So, fair play to you. I mean, it isn't. So, I'm probably to everyone's relief, honestly. But...
It's not school, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like...
sorry, go on.
You know, like sometimes during working life, I'm like, I miss school. It was way nicer sometimes.
It's it can be variable. I had a pretty. I feel like I should have been bullied more, given how hilariously nebbish I am. But actually, people generally like I go on with people at school. I was quite lucky, but that is not to dismiss anyone who has a rough time there. You know, it's great.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I wasn't really bullied. I was like invisible.
Right, yeah. I was a bit of, but like people generally knew me, but I was quite shy, and still to this day somewhat. Although there's always been this kind of weird sort of mix where if I'm comfortable with someone, like my really bizarre sense of humour,
yeah,
like people realize
I feel that.
Like, maybe see this guy's a bit of a goofball, you know. It's alright. You're right, Graham.
Oh, night, Grub.
Oh, fuck!
You're looking away. Damn.
Oh, thank you. I just heard like the Donkey Kong noise. It's been someone's hosting.
Alright, probably heads, I guess.
Might be. Thank you, Pez, for this. Thank you, whoever it is. Please take solace in it. Ooh, good.
The forward smash is scary.
I do love the neutral A. It seems to have pretty good priority, so the bad dash attack is good as well. I'm so glad you. The thing is, I think they did show that in the direct, but I'd obviously forgotten the latching onto an edge with the whip. Like that makes the recovery so much better. Doesn't it?
Also, when you hold A, like you get the whip out and like you can move it around, can't you?
Oh yeah, I noticed you doing that earlier. It's sort of
Yeah, it's pretty funny, but the range isn't too good on it though.
The thing is, I love doing that in Castlevania 4. Like, it doesn't do much damage, but it does add up if you just keep doing it on enemies. So it's to do that quite a bit on that.
And like the one in Circle of the Moon, it just like spins. You know, I really have control over it.
It took me a while to. Well, the funny thing is, I think it came across on the stream where I was like, okay, I'm gonna set this to turbo, so I'm gonna just keep whipping. But whenever I did that, it would just go to the circular whip. But I wanted it to just be like the character like sending the whip out as normal over and over. But
Right.
it's there's a few kind of control quirks in that game, like the notorious one being you've got to double tap to run, which I didn't hate as much as a lot of people did, but I know that is something that's
It doesn't really make sense. Yeah.
well, the thing is, you're going to be running all the time in that game, so I do understand the annoyance with it. Like, if it did annoy someone a lot, I would recommend they do there's a ROM hack that
Fixes that, does it?
Yeah, I got used to it enough. I was like, okay, I can sort of stick with this. I mean, this is a bit stupid, really. It's also on RetroArch. We get a surprising amount of games support achievements on that, and I do find that whenever you put any kind of ROM hack on a game, usually that takes the achievement support away, because the game just doesn't. It just changes the code too much, I think. Yeah, but playability would probably rank above that. So it's not like I'm generally going to go for 100% on those, but. It was kind of a novelty of like, oh no, it's recognised I've got this card now in the DSS system, you know. It's nice to have it in mind so I got past that bloody final boss as well. So.
My gosh.
Nice. Oh, Graham said he just popped in to say goodnight. No worries, Graham, thanks so much.
Oh, I thought you were saying goodnight to him before.
Did I?
Thought you did, yeah.
Oh, fuck. There's a few beers on me. Be a few glasses of water at me before bed as well. To reassure, but again, not to tempt fate, but the netcode has been surprisingly very good tonight, so I'm.
It's been not too bad, for sure. Okay. Falco's supposed to be really good too.
Yeah, I had quite a lot of fun with him when I played him, I think from random last night.
You. Good.
Still don't have a Ken, unfortunately.
Characters do you have now? Do you have a... Are you close to the end of a World of Light now?
Well, I'm a little bit... I think you got a bit ahead of me in your most recent stream by where you are, basically, so... as I say, for whatever reason, I'm trying to kind of force myself to get most characters through that, because it's sort of a nice reward to kind of go through that. And,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just... it's a bit distracting to hear my voice for your...
Oh, sorry, what's that?
Like I hear my voice after like I speak every day, which is a bit distracting. I mean, it's not a big deal, but yeah.
Hello, Nick. Sorry, man. So you're hearing that echo through my microphone?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I might have to change a few settings. How you doing, Nick? Have you recovered from that Tropical Freeze boss fight, man? Because, goddamn, no. You can see why I warned you on that boss fight, right, Nick? I mean, you saw that as well, right, Crook? And
Did, yeah.
It's pretty gnarly.
Right. Yeah. It looks fun though.
It's. I
Makes
mean,
me want to try the game now.
oh, Tropical Freeze is so well designed. Yeah, it's like every boss is really cleverly designed like that, but they're all quite difficult.
Congrats on unlocking all the characters, Nick. Join the club.
Oh, Nick, do you want to join us? Welcome to if you want, man. I probably shouldn't commit to staying up too late on this, but I'm about to keep playing for a good bit. So about you, Cricket? Do you have to be up early tomorrow?
I'm good. I'm good to stay up for a bit. Yeah.
Nice. No, it'd still be alright if you weren't. So, oh god. Probably try and commit to politeness.
Have you played online quite a bit then?
Not too much. I've tried a bit. I've generally had an alright experience whenever I've gone on randoms, but like by and large, I've tried to stay to World of Light, which is surprising for me because I usually do just want to go straight online, which obviously then becomes a problem if people are really good online.
Cool multiplayer as well. I guess you played like quite a bit.
I say again, sorry.
Local multiplayer.
Well, when my friend was over, yeah, it was quite a good time with on that. Yeah, just a friend happened to visit who lives in Birmingham.
Spider-Man doesn't wear a cape. Hey guys, who are you? I'm Gwen Stacy. How many more Spider people are there?
I just wonder because like you'd play for like 20 hours or something. I just wonder. I thought you would have made more progress on like World of Light or something with that.
I'm trying to think where that's all gone. I mean, I've it has mostly been World of Light. It's a little bit of Classic as well.
Because I played with you guys for like quite a few hours now, so I guess my playtime's probably fairly high too.
Well, to be honest, I'm so not to get too schmaltzy, but I am very grateful to have people to play regularly with on this, and
Yeah, that's cool.
my brothers will be very keen on this as well. So it's.
Oh, just on the dunk.
Ryu's always one of those characters I'm always a bit nervous to play as because he's quite technical, but I mean, I am a Street Fighter, big Street Fighter fan, so it's.
Who do you main in Street Fighter?
So that again?
Who do you main in Street Fighter?
Chun-Li, so if they announce Chun-Li for DLC, I will lose my goddamn mind. Gladly as well. But obviously I love Ryu as well, and I haven't got Ken yet. I mean, I would usually pick Ryu out of the two anyway, but I'm still quite keen to get Ken.
Oh my gosh.
Not I thought that, I mean, I guess you were at a higher percentage, but...
Yeah.
Right,
Ryu's really strong.
sorry, Nick, I'll get you the room details now. So yeah, I did say sure.
Sorry, Nick. Blanket for Smash. Yeah,
my Street Fighter friend, the one I played Smash with locally the other day, he's the poor lad. He would generally win against me even when I played Blanca, but he absolutely loathes Blanca. I think he found him a really stressful character to play against.
Oh, for some reason when he said Blanca, I thought of Animal Crossing Blanca, but just remember there's a Blanca in Street Fighter 2.
Oh, I was gonna say that vaguely rings a bell. Who is Blanca in Animal Crossing? That's.
It's cat. She doesn't have a face, and she asks you to draw.
Oh, that's right.
Dangerous with Ryu, is he? Are you dangerous? Oh yeah. That game was It's a pretty good Ryu game.
Yeah, it feels. I never thought I would be having to do like Hadouken and Shoryuken motions on the GameCube control stick, but I really like the way they implemented them in this. Oh, Nick, I approve very much of the DixieCon.
Oh yeah, it's cute.
There's a lot of cons going on in here.
Ridley costume as well. The
I was gonna say, like, I generally think I'm gonna have to disassociate that. I was like, oh, that's not Crookon.
Meta Ridley. Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Right, hopefully it'll start behaving now. It wasn't too bad when we played with Nick the other day, was it? So hopefully it'll.
Oh.
It is interesting with the online system of this, because I did see people kind of say that Smash 4 had the perfect one in terms of for fun and for glory. And I'm sort of half
Matchmaking wise, it was better, yeah.
Well, I'm half and half of that, because I was never that happy that for fun was just like, was just 2-minute matches, because I can't say I've ever wanted to actively set a local match to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
With it's like I think most people I prefer stock. So I mean I was happy for glory. That's where I spent a lot of time on Smash 4, but
Oh my god.
yeah, this is heavy bag, isn't it?
This is the N-Gage version of Smash
The
Bros.
N-Gage version. Well, I hope it doesn't become the Game.com version of Smash 4. Smash Bros.
Gage came to mind because I was watching this video about Splinter Cell.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Splinter Cell, and apparently that's a part of the N-Gage version or something like that.
Wow. That's them getting the money back on developing that, isn't it?
It's like getting the money back, do you think?
Well,
Oh,
it's like,
the N-Gage, you mean?
Well, I mean, like, how much money could they have made off that N-Gage version, you know? So...
Yeah, that's true, yeah. So yeah, the frame rate of the DS version is not great, but like N-Gage is like... It's like 5 frames per second or something like that, it's really weird.
N-Gage is one of those weird platforms where it didn't do tremendously well, but it got really good support. So, like, it got a Splinter Cell game, it got a port of Sonic Advance 1, like a compromised one, it got an Elder Scrolls game, it got a Call of Duty game, it got a lot of really good licenses, it's pretty wild. Oh dear, this is not great, is it?
Oh, I love that fireball attack. I'm glad that it's lagging this much, I can appreciate it more.
Yeah. I was going mad on the flight.
Garrett says we now present frame by frame. This is the actual match. Oh no.
So it wasn't this bad.
Frame by frame replay.
It's not because it wasn't this bad yesterday when we played against Snake. There were like a little.
It wasn't. That's surprising.
There were a few kind of lag moments. Look, I know it's quite a distance there. Oh man, yeah, this is. Oh! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look at this! Look at this!
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
Got so used to it.
Nick.
I like it.
I went for something a bit too cheeky there, so I kind of deserve that.
Oh, there you go. I am never gonna not have occasional death because of the side dodge or the. Because God, the
I'm
amount
really
of,
pleased to be rid of that match. Yes, I lived.
Yes, but Nick, you get to play NES Soccer online as well. And,
You get to
forever.
stream it. Yeah.
I am. The thing is, like, although ironically, I'm excited for each month's loads of NES games. If only for a day or two, but like next month's got, or this month has got Ninja Gaiden, which I'm.
Oh really?
Yeah, like the first Ninja Gaiden still holds up. It is a game which, for whatever reason, and the creator himself has said he regrets this. Right.
Regrets making it.
Well, basically, so the original Ninja Gaiden, it's if you fail at the final boss, you go back a few levels,
Really? That's stupid.
and that is why I've never beaten it. So it is very much a save state right before you do the final boss. And it's
Yeah.
okay, like the creator himself has said he would have changed that if, in retrospect. So
He says it's okay to save state.
we'll put those words into his mouth, sure. Yeah, you. I mean, obviously you paid for Nintendo Online as well, didn't you?
I did, regrettably.
Did you? Where did you pay that through? Was that through just directly, or? Just like a few
Yeah,
others
the
that-
direct method, I guess.
Yeah.
But now that you mention it, was there a cheaper way to get it? It was not CD keys. it was
CD
a-
keys was like 16 quid, I think. If you're incredibly obnoxiously cheap like me, and you just keep making new accounts to get the 5% off, you can get it for a little bit less than that.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Because I.
But I had coins. I had like 200 coins for my Switch purchase, I think.
Oh, nice. Oh,
So I used that, and that lowered it by £2. So.
Nice, because those are going to expire anyway at some point. So, and they still don't have Switch discounts for those, so you might as well use those anyway. For that.
Also, never plan on getting online games, so. Oh, for fuck's sake, Nick.
I am. I don't want to say I'm a defender because I probably shouldn't be that much of a shield for a large faceless corporation. I am also. I'm a simple man who likes NES games, so I'm a bit sort of. The NES app is kind of cool in a few ways. It's. I'm not gonna say it's a good replacement for.
Right. For a virtual console.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, like, at least for NES games, like, I don't really want to be paying individually for them anyway at this point, so I'm quite happy to
Yeah,
get
because we'll be charging like £5 for ice climbers. So.
Right, yeah, well, they, yeah, like, even on Wii U, it was very much the case of, like, you'd be charged individually for that, so. At least by Wii U, they would generally give us 60Hz games in PAL territories.
Yeah, like
but,
on Steam, a game like Ice Climbers would be like 75 pence or something.
probably less than that, yeah, so it's, so I'm okay with it from that front, but I do recognise it's, like that, and the promise of cloud saves, and we should expect better from the online service, given that we are now paying for it, and it doesn't really seem to be tangibly improved from it being paid as well, which, again, I think
but hopefully, we're like obligated to improve it more. So
you'd hope so, yeah, but I mean, I suspect they're probably getting off the back of a lot of people begrudgingly subscribing to it, like, alright, fine, I want to play this online, even if it's not great, but...
I'm sure Smash sold a lot of subscriptions.
Probably, yeah. I'll tell you what, if you, like, you go to any, like, on their YouTube channel, any sort of, NES Online, update, or like, oh, look what games are up for this month, the, like to dislike ratio is not terribly pretty.
On
Like-
what? Sorry.
On, like, any kind of, video, they do on their channel about, the upcoming NES games on the channel.
Really? That's
Yeah. I'm a little bit sort of, as I said, like I'm a bit of a NES sort of like, oh, some of these games are still really fun. Like next month is also, as well as Ninja Gaiden, there's Adventures of Lolo, which is actually a really neat little action puzzler kind of game, like a really thoughtful one. It's it's also a game I hope people, be cool if a few people discover that through the NES app. But I'm also probably not going to argue very strongly if NES games aren't that interesting to someone in 2018, even though I still find them kind of, I still find the best ones kind of cool. Like, I do understand that, so probably seems like a bit of a weak incentive for the online subscription at this point. The amount of vagueness about it as well, where they seem to have hinted they might do SNES games with it, but
When they first mentioned the SNES Online, I was really confused. I thought they meant multiplayer at first, because I didn't really know about game streaming services like back then, like PlayStation Now, I think it's called.
yeah, and
Yeah. I wonder if that confused a lot of people as well, like, for like...
well,
for like no multi... There are like barely any multiplayer ones.
I was really looking forward to a good duel there, but I fucked that up. Well, it's funny because the Switch has, at least in Japan, it has Resident Evil 7 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I think it was. Or maybe Origins. One of, like, a couple of them, they had streaming versions of them in Japan on Switch. So they don't run natively on the hardware. They
on Switch, did you say?
Yeah, no, honestly, they don't run natively on the hardware, they just run remotely on a some sort of mainframe they have somewhere, I guess. Yeah, so they only have it in Japan, I guess, seemingly because they think that's the only place with the kind of infrastructure that would work for. Nick says PlayStation Now scowling face emote, so...
I've heard it's not very good.
Well, it is now allowing for, you can download games through it, at least native PS4 games. Because you can also play PS3 games while streaming through it as well, but obviously results might vary on those.
Just want Yakuza, damn it. Just hurry up and remaster them all. Buy a PlayStation 4 straight away if they hurry up with that.
They're taking a while on Kiwami on PC, and as I say, I do want to get back to Zero, but it really did not run well last time I tried it, unfortunately.
I think Zero did well as well.
Yeah,
like going by Steam reviews, like there are like a lot of votes, so I assume like a lot of people bought it. But I don't know.
I loved what I played of it, man. I was playing it off for a while, but then at some point it was like, okay, I want to get back to it. But then, as I say, it wasn't running, and from what I understand, it wasn't running well for some people all throughout. Basically, I was quite lucky. It seems like such are the joys of PC gaming, unfortunately. But I really hope I can get back to it. Like, they haven't updated it in a while, so I don't know if it's abandoned at this point. But because you've played the first two at least, I would say.
I have, yes. They're pretty good, but a bit dated.
Well, you like Majima, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Like, he's Mark Hamill in the first game, isn't he?
That's true, he does a really good job. Yeah, the version of... Yeah, because there was this emulator bug, I guess I'll call it, where a higher internal res scale up properly. I guess I'll say, like, so... There was always like this fuzzy layer, like on top of like stuff. If I had it like a high res.
So you were playing that on PCSX too, right?
So I had to go into software mode whenever cutscenes and stuff played, but it wasn't too bad. Like for 2 modes easily. So.
Well, it'd be quite interesting if you played Kiwami 1 and 2 after that, and sort of the differences were in comparison to that. Cause
yeah, I might do that. Yeah.
So I understand it obviously did change quite a lot from it. So.
Yeah. Everybody's saying Kiwami's like better than 1, like in every way, pretty much. I bet you should just not play 1, just play Kiwami instead.
But I imagine there's still some merit to playing 1. It's kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Where the series was at that point, and it's yeah, sounds like they did put quite a bit of money into the new little double there. It's I think it like eventually it sort of became like a niche series they could keep doing, and then I think at some point for the PS3 years it didn't become that sustainable, and then they managed to make the breakout hit again
Yeah.
Probably comes 0 on PS4. Right? That seemed to kind of.
I mean, yeah, all the mainline titles still ended up coming out though, because they originally were going to do Yakuza 5 over here, but there was like a petition, and eventually came out on PS3 as a download title.
Yeah, I got the impression Sony kind of did that as a sort of a goodwill sort of thing. It's kind of a like a you know, almost a PR sort of thing. But like, you know, fair play. It was kind of nice to see them sort of give a series like that, like the limelight. And
Sick matchup.
nice.
Oh my gosh, don't think about it.
The galaxy depends on your funky moves!
Nick just sent the galaxy depends on your funky moves sound effect to me.
I heard it for your headphones. Fuck off.
I've only got myself to blame for that. Oh, nice. K-Rool's really fun, isn't he, Nick? Nick, if, do you want to join us on Discord, man? Just say so if you do. I don't know if you're on the G Arcade one. You're very welcome to.
Many guests today? Carl coming in.
Well, truth be told, I posted in the Nintendo South Wales chat, and thankfully someone reacted with a like to my reply, and someone else said, oh, they'd like to, but they can't. Because I'm wildly insecure on things like that in terms of if no one replies, it's weighs on the mind probably more than it should do, you know, when you get like 10 people have seen this and no one replied.
Yeah, no, that definitely annoys me too, but it just happens. Like, sometimes you don't feel like replying to something.
Right, yeah. Just like having an overly self-critical mindset, and it's like, it's okay, like, sometimes people just don't have anything to say, that's alright, but it's kind of a mindset I can look into it more than I used to, I think. I'm a sensitive fellow, what can I say?
My City Melee chat, like my Steam like Melee chat is like, it's really dead. It's like especially dead recently. It used to be really lively, but oh, do you want to meet for Smash? There's just like no replies.
Oh no. Has this game
Well, like I get like a. It's been like that for a long time for like several reasons, but yeah, I get a strange satisfaction from that because I used to ask around if anyone wanted to play, and there'd be no replies. So when it happens to someone else, I'm like,
there's a bit of relief there. It's like, oh, okay, it's not just me.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I think that's very much the case of us being our own harshest critic, isn't it? Where it's like, oh no, it's not okay that we did that. It's like, no, it's alright.
yeah.
You know, it's no one thinks less of you for it, but it's hard to take it that way, isn't it? It's,
Yeah, for sure.
do you think
Saying stuff in like a text chat, it also feels like more of a commitment because it lingers there. It's just there
right?
forever. Whereas when you're speaking, it just goes.
Right, it just feels like an embarrassment for everyone to see at that point, doesn't it? It's like, well,
the scene counter just keeps on going up and up.
right, yeah,
No one replies.
yeah. No, I think quite a lot of people can relate to that. It's, it always needs to be kind of widespread. Like, no, it's okay if no one reacted to your thing. It's okay, you know. It's
Facebook reactions because I can just react to stuff now without replying to it. Just acknowledge that
for that reason, I tend to be quite generous. I'll do like a like react, you know, like quite often, or sort of like, you know, like it's somewhat like that. Okay, yeah, you get a like, you know. It's so I thought it's like to not get one, so it's
yeah, same. Yeah.
yeah, fair play. Nick is a very good K-Rool. I love that last smash. That last smash is great. Yeah, as I say, I was like, when they announced K-Rool for this, I was like, oh, that's quite cool. Like people wanted it. It wasn't one that was actively like I wasn't actively sort of hoping for him in this, but now that he is here, I do find him really fun to use. I mean, obviously I'm a big DKC fan, so it's
Yeah, it makes me think about playing 2 and 3 now as well, and also the first one again because it's a while since I played it. I also was playing it on an LCD with somebody, like we're taking turns playing the levels.
yeah. Peds and I went through DKC 1 and 2 on RetroArch. We got the online working, which had a bit of input lag, but it's still quite a fun way to go through those. So we nice, well done, Mick. We did start 3, which is what is up in Mia's from, but we need to get back to that.
Which is your favorite DKC? Is it 2?
It is 2, yeah. The thing is, as a child, I grew up having the Mega Drive, seeing the SNES in various forms of media, and really wanting it, but not getting it until like 2002. So it was like this mystical thing. But in the meantime, I got Donkey Kong Land 2 for a birthday, which was the Game Boy kind of take on Donkey Kong Country 2. So I kind of have that nostalgia for it, even though it's.
Apparently, that's pretty good. The Game Boy one.
Yeah, the Donkey Kong Land games aren't too bad as sort of loose adaptations with different level design and such. So like a lot of the songs from Donkey Kong Country 2 resonate with me, and then there's quite a few that didn't make it to the Game Boy game that are also fantastic that I grew to appreciate years later. But yeah, it's there's a lot of series like that where like the second entry is the one they got it right. The third one's still good, but it's worse than the second one in some ways. And
Metroid Prime 2 is the best one.
oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's Streets of Rage where like most people think the second one's the best of that. So
The feature 2's the worst.
Back to the yeah, actually, yeah, I think I'm with you on that. Yeah, I actually like Back to the Future 3 more. Everyone likes the first one more, don't they? But
One Nick.
let's get him off that bike. Well, it's funny because I think the impression I get is people tend to like Back to the Future 2 the most when they were kids, because it's the one that has the most gadgets, has the most kind of action.
That's right. I probably liked it quite a bit as a kid too, for a similar reason, like the hoverboard.
Right, yeah, well the hoverboard's very iconic, isn't it? But it is probably the least emotionally involving out of the three. Like, it's not really the most... like, the first film has the Jaws McFly character is kind of the emotional heart of it. And, I know not everyone's crazy on the romance in the third movie, but it's not quite sweet with Doc Brown where he is in that film. The second film's like, it's entertaining, it keeps you going, but it doesn't have as much of an emotional core to it. Although it is pretty dark, like the alternative 1985 was pretty goddamn rough in that movie.
I know, yeah. Shit.
Especially though they came from Marty's Greed, which is it's a little upset when you really get into that.
Oh no. They also replaced the actor, Marty's girlfriend. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And that was because she quit acting, basically. I think because family issues.
Yeah, I think Jennifer's actress did. Yeah, that's right. They it's a bit of a shame in a way because they talked about like they had to like basically write her out the sequel. They would have not had to go in the DeLorean if they had known in advance. So like they have a faint in the second movie, so they can just write her out of it. It's,
Oh really?
yeah. It's I guess because you only really need the two character dynamic, and that is so strong between Marty and Doc. But
Yeah.
There's a bit of a shame they couldn't have involved Jennifer a little bit more. But, I still love all three of those movies to bits. I don't tend to be too obsessive over details in any kind of fiction. Like, I'm happy for it to generally let be, but Back to the Future is one where like I will sort of obsess over like, oh, so this is where this film was at this point. This is where, how this ties into that kind of thing. I think the movies kind of invite that a little bit to some extent. That's why I use the DeLorean so damn much in Rocket League.
Is it like a good handling car though?
Probably, I'm not sure. You have to realise I'm very sort of. It's like I want to be. I want to make Richter in this because I like Richter that I Castlevania.
Oh, right.
Not because I'm identifying him as it's not mechanics first there, even though it probably should be really. But
No, I mean, yeah. I like Ridley mainly because it is Ridley.
I mean, it can be a bit of both, can't it? Yeah, that's. And to be fair, it's not like it's invalid if it is a case of just like how the character plays. It's. I mean, if anything, that's probably more valid really in some ways, but.
Damn, that bike. I always get hit by it, even if I.
I do love that cheesy ass slingshot. It does that much damage, but it's.
Okay. Oh.
I suppose this stage isn't considered legal. It's.
No. I'm surprised. I think it's got like a bug where the ledge times with it up here.
Oh, maybe. Nick just did the laugh forwards was the Snoopy laugh.
Oh, you added that recently, did you?
That was in the most recent match, yeah. It's well, I added a couple of Peanut songs because that's also where the adult talk one came from as well. The
Alright.
this is the holds in the Peanuts cartoons. So. Have you got a Wolf's theme on your end as well?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really great little thing, isn't it?
I'll be playing Castlevania music because I changed the music and I'm not sure if it.
I've got
updated.
in the lobby. I've got Awake from Circle of the Moon.
Oh, I guess everybody sets their own music. That
Yeah,
makes
because
sense.
you can set. Oh, nice. You can
The
set
heck?
it when you start the room, can't you? I assume that's just individual.
Yeah. I'm surprised I comboed actually. Well, I'm glad all the same.
It's a good FMB. It is the best laugh, Garrett. I do love the Snoopy laugh.
Oh, it's a bit disrespectful to I've not played it.
A bit disrespectful to who's that?
It is.
No.
Oh, no, I need to change character. I want to see Samus again.
Mr. Game and Watch.
You hold it up, alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. Smash keeps me up.
Don't worry, we've got a Skinny Seahorse and Slow Cool and Electrical Skateboards.
That's a
and
V-bot. It's
Commander Roots who keep us company.
and Garrett.
Well, I was going through the bots as a gag, but yeah, we do also have Garrett and Nick and My friend who's in Japan at the moment is also in the chat, and if you're
See,
there, hello,
I bet.
sir. If you're there, sir, hello, thank you so much for coming in, man. We'll definitely catch up. Actually, he'll be glad because he loved Mr. Gamer watching these games and I'm playing as it. I do love in this. He goes into his the various Game Awards games as well, doesn't he? Which is really fun.
Changed his torch attack, didn't they? The animation. Is it just his original animation now, or they replace it with something else? Oh, they removed the feather. Okay.
Yeah, which is okay. Internet, it's okay. It's fine. People did the critical analysis on that. It's fine. We're okay. It's okay.
I agree with that, but it looks strange what it is right now. It's supposed to be that. It's weird.
I mean, if nothing else, I like how expressive the various characters are. They are, because Mr. Game Watch is quite nondescript, which is kind of the point. He's meant to represent all these characters, but
Humble.
it is actually quite fun seeing him like transform into all these. Like there's the from Lion and whatnot.
For fuck's sake.
He was one of my I think maybe after Ice Climbers he was my favourite in Melee, so I'm happy he's been in all of these since. They did the Game Boy Gallery games on the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, and I was quite fond of it as a kid. So it's still relevant to me, even though the Game Boy Watch games were well before my time. Those were basically 80s until like 91, I think. In that.
Were there any Game & Watch games on the... not on the SNES, right? I guess.
No, the one they would have just been handheld games. Yeah, it's they did a few on the DSiWare, which I don't think most people remember, understandably. But as I say, I think they did like the Game Boy Gallery games and Game Boy from Game Boy to Game Boy Advance, basically, and this kind of had like what were meant to be the original games, along with like enhanced versions of them that had like Mario and company. They were a little bit more animated, a little bit more friendly, perhaps. Yeah, his sides although he still has the turtle as well, but that bomb he still has is pretty interesting as well. It's a worthy inclusion just because of Smash being such a celebration of Nintendo's history in general, so it's yeah, it's a very relevant part of them.
Oh, wow. Oh, I allowed myself to go way too low for some reason.
I like it.
Who is Mr. Game & Watch?
He's all of us, really. It's a spectrum thing.
Dispatches episode, in this episode of Dispatches. Panorama.
Because it was quite hard to get to as Morton Jr. They're all named after like comedians or music stars. All the Koopa kids.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so
Iggy Pop.
that's exactly. All quite fun designs though. I've always quite liked them.
Who came? I guess the Koopalings came before Bowser Jr.
Well, Bowser Jr. was
afterwards, right? So obviously, yeah. Well, obviously, because since Koopalings were
he was at least Mario's Sunshine, but if not, since we're on Mario Party 2 or 3, having the kind of Bowser Jr.-esque characters in them.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was exactly the same one. But
That's a good point.
it makes sense to have them represented by Bowser Jr. But I always go Iggy or Lemmy when they play as one of them.
Bowser got this Bowser child who looked like him, and he was like, "Okay, you're a true Bowser successor. You look like me."
And according to Miyamoto, who pointed to himself when he was asked who the mother was.
Miyamoto, yeah, it's Miyamoto, yeah.
Don't think too hard about that, kids. Back in a second.
Alright. Is Mr. Game & Watch.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries.
Three, two, one, go!
So we have hazards off, don't we? So I assume this will just be the layout as it is, which
Exactly, yeah.
it's funny, there was a thread on Reset Era, I think today it was, which was like, has any fighting game scene died in lieu of its sequel as much as Smash Bros. 4's has? In wake of Ultimate coming out. And
Yeah, that's true, I guess, yeah.
yeah, there's very much a sense of like, well, Melee will be eternal at this point, but otherwise it'll be quite iterative in terms of whatever the next one is. But it probably doesn't help that 4 wasn't left in the state until very balanced. But again, I don't know how this game will be in terms of balance. Like, if they ever,
True, well, they'll patch it anyway, what they, I guess, if,
I mean, I guess, but with this many characters, like, can they ever truly be that balanced? Like, I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
I hate to be cynical about that, but the impression I get is like when you get to like a fighting game that has like 30 to 40 characters, that's already a gargantuan nightmare to balance.
True.
So when you get to basically double that, it's I can't even begin to imagine that. I mean,
Yes,
granted
well,
that. Sorry.
I guess with a game like this, it's like it's easier to do well with a random character because nobody can play familiar. Is that familiar playing versus all the characters? I guess so. You can find new strategies all the time to do well. So I guess balance isn't as important. But I'm not sure.
Maybe, I have to admit that's one of the problems I have with like a large roster where there's just so many, let alone all the characters you differently got to play as. Like there's so many you've got to consider playing against. But maybe with Smash there's a little more uniformity in terms of how you expect characters to behave. I don't know. It's so I think of that with like Street Fighter 5 and then sort of ran into that problem of oh no, Street Fighter 4 mainly I think was updated several times where it was the case of like, you know, this other character that I don't really know how to react to very well. It's, you can learn it over time, but there's quite a lot to keep track of.
Yep.
But at the same time, I don't want them to remove anyone from Smash at this point, so it's just like that easy answer. Thank you, Garrett.
I mean, at this point, yeah, they set the bar Sakurai set the bar quite high.
Is this sustainable? You know, because it's like, I guess the next one has to have everyone and more characters, but...
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Like, they certainly don't need another one for a good while, do they?
Smash games make a lot of money, so I guess they can afford more staff.
Yeah. This is true. But I think Nintendo also like to, like they'll keep a game on the market as opposed to do the sequel the next year. I think just with the idea that, like, well, if it keeps selling, it's
That's
you
really
have to
bad.
invest in a new title.
Okay, that's priority.
I was gonna say, yeah, we learned which one had priority. Wow.
Oh my god. Nick. Fuck it up. What the?
Oh no!
Oh, we had another stock, I didn't realize. Fuck.
So you can afford to do that. A good comment there, Nick. Fair play. Yeah, 4 KOs, fair play.
Choose your fighter. Ice Climber. Ready? Ready?
Big trouble developing it, I guess.
The Switch version of CTR, yeah. Hopefully that's stay in date, Nick. So that's kind of the ideal for Switch releases, isn't it? That they would be day and date, so a lot of the times they do come a bit later.
2, 1, go!
Just wonder what the PC version is, 'cause that's... we talked about it on the podcast, it's like, well, Insane Trilogy was PS4 only at first. Spyro was PS4 and Xbox One. This is all 3 consoles, so maybe next time they'll have all 3 consoles and PC if I can finally get there.
Almost killed me, the ice block.
Bloody hell.
Whoops.
What do you mean, whoops?
You mean to forward smash?
Oh, Nana, make it! Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, I've not had any trouble by GameCube controller today, which again makes me wonder if that was the specific GameCube controller, or but from what you said, it sounds like that isn't atypical of a Smash adapter for
Yeah.
there to be this input, so I'm kind of curious.
My controller was dying too, to be fair.
Well, I did like saying it because it did sound quite sort of like, oh yeah, that's why I was losing. You know? It's like didn't want it to be that, but like I never played Mega Man in that fight. Like he was charging like even when I wasn't really meaning to at that point. So. Yeah, this takes a different layout every time, doesn't it?
Does, yeah. I wonder what happened to the... Yeah, it's like definitely a different layout. I don't know what determines that if it's just random. Because I know Nova stage is like that. There's like randomly 2 different versions.
Well, I think of the Mario Maker stage, that's always random every time as well.
Right. Even with that hazards? Is it on this version of the game?
It is on this. I don't know if I've come across it yet. It's confusing because it has a like a new Super Mario Bros. Theme, new Super Mario Bros. U theme, but there's also the new Super Mario Bros. U stage as well. So it's a lot to keep up with. But yeah, I'd be interested to see that without hazards on. If that is was randomly generated, even that, it's still like, oh, bloody hell, that was stupid. Ooh.
Okay, cool. I'll take that.
Does that
That was a bit
constitute
too risky.
Does that count as a meteor smash? Is that what that was?
It's called a stage spike when they bounce off the
yeah.
stage. Yeah.
I've seen people do that with the villager, just with the turnip going downwards.
You can survive it. Do you know how?
How's that?
Do you know about teching when you press R, when you like hit a surface, you like kind of cancel all the knockback. Yeah.
Is that a very small window of time you can do that in?
It's actually fairly generous. So I mean,
Really?
I guess it would be like for a melee player. I guess it's like 20 frames, so like that's a third of a second.
Right, yeah.
Time that's kind of like that's ages, I guess. But like, it's not too long. Because these games are quite fast paced, so like a second can be quite a long time.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's 20 frames before you hit a surface, but I'm not sure if it's changed in this game.
I suppose the difficult thing is that would be difficult to practice, wouldn't it? Like, how would you be able to set that up?
The
in
wall
practice?
one, the wall text specifically. So. Temple, like Hyrule Temple, get to a high percent and then
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
in that like ceilingy area and then
It's always quite fun ricocheting people off the various surfaces of that stage.
it's,
So, like, I don't tend to like big stages, but for whatever reason that one clicks with me, and I think a lot of people are going that way with that.
yes we do, yeah. like among competitive players, that is like a popular like stage to just relax on.
But yeah, no one likes the Mother 3 stage or like the really big Kid Icarus Uprising stage in
Really, we don't.
from Smash.
I like-
Well,
I like Palutena's Temple. I like how huge it is. It's like the biggest stage in the game, I think.
I never got on with it too much, but if I played it again, I might. I mean, to be fair, I do like when you get like separate fights going on, all that. Like, so if you have like 4 people,
That's
so
pretty
you
cool.
got like 2v2, like 2 separate 1v1 fights going on. And yeah, that would be very conducive to it. To be fair.
Oh no.
I love the way Dark Samus glides about. That is really cool.
Yeah, she jumps like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Not really sure if you can call Dark Samus a she. So, really know what Dark
it's
Samus
sort
is,
of
bro. Sure, like in some media, they refer to Dark Samus as she, probably, in like some official media. But,
Well, I'm not that familiar with Metroid Prime 2. Is it kind of like a parasite sort of thing? Like I'm thinking of like a SAX probably from.
did he complete Metroid Prime 1?
Yes, I did.
Got the true ending, where it's revealed, like Dark Samus.
Metroid Prime 1?
You see, well, you only see Dark Samus's hand, but yeah.
Maybe vaguely.
So you,
just being
so
that
you know, like its
reference.
origins. You know that it's Metroid Prime, I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, like, what Dark Samus is exactly. Yeah, Parasite thing as well.
There's
Yeah, it could be, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I dropped a bowling ball on her it in any case. Yeah, it's kind of cool to have another Metroid rap. There's probably at least something they can include from that series, really. If it is a series about, generally for the most part, being alone anyway.
True.
That became
Crate,
honestly.
Crate is way too big if Ridley was too big.
That's why I think that was Sakurai's reason for not having Ridley in the this time.
But yeah, that's the meme. Yeah, that is what he said as well, literally, I think. Ridley's too big.
It's from, I think on Neo Gaff they were obsessed with that. Well, with a big reset error in a few years.
My gosh, Nick.
Yeah.
Looking to the other side of the stage and then charge shot.
I
Not
met
that much.
Miles on this because he was considered too good for.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, for Brawl he was banned for a little bit.
Is this background a bit too distracting for Final Destination? I mean, I suppose they've always been quite.
Yeah, this probably would be banned. It could probably afford.
It is a really cool aesthetic. Like I do love the.
It was worse than Smash 4 because they're like flashing lights as well.
Guess this was the expectation for Final Destination to be quite visually stimulating or whatever, but I thought people would generally want it to be quite plain, if anything, for tournaments.
It's true. I mean, I guess Sakurai didn't really care about that.
It goes back and forth on like how conducive he is to. So I feel like that a lot of thought goes into these games for them to be technical as they are. But he is also,
Yeah.
I think, fairly rightfully, he is kind of conscious of them as appealing to a broad audience as well. It's,
Yeah.
even if, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to defend Triplet at this point, are they? But,
always thought though, I mean, just have like 2 different modes, I guess. Modes. I mean, I guess there is already, like with items and no items,
Right, yeah.
stuff like that.
I think it generally does right as it is. It's, I mean, that was the problem with Trippin, like, regardless of how you wanted to play it. Like, even if casually, I guess you could add, like, the music random element to it, but it was, again, like, sometimes you occasionally see that kind of weirdly passive-aggressive design in Nintendo stuff. Like, as I say, the Mario Odyssey thing where it's like, oh, well, you don't want to use motion control, that's fine, you can do it with a button, but it won't be as effective. You know, it's sort of like, well, fuck you too then. It's like, what's the reason for that, you know? It's,
Music that was playing from it, I can't hear it very well because I'm wearing like headphones over. But it sounded like the Metal Mario music from Smash 64.
Ah, it might have been, yeah. Which is usually a fight you would choose by just trying to get its full edge right. So
Yeah, pretty
it's certainly quite hard to knock it out.
I'm sure in the case of that motion controls thing, I think they're just thinking of a way to make motion controls seem like necessary. But I guess at some point during development, they're like, okay, we also need to have regular controls, but we need to make motion controls have a point.
Well, I mean,
I guess.
that's already a like they've already lost if they're having to force it like that. You know, it's and it annoys me because I do like motion controls
No,
when it comes
yeah,
to aiming. You know, it's
Yeah, I'm not like defending it, but I'm just.
no, yeah, sure.
Yeah. But what game was this? What game is this, by the way?
What do you mean now in terms of?
What game was that in? That motion control thing.
Oh, sorry, forgive me. I probably didn't clarify it. Like a thing of the Mario Odyssey, where it's sort of.
Oh right.
There's quite like there's a lot of the game will constantly say like, oh, if you use motion, you can do this spin a little bit more effectively, or like you can do this move. And it's
Right.
It feels weird for a system where like you might be playing it in handheld mode where it's not terribly organic to shake it anyway.
It's true. That's true.
I do otherwise adore Mario Odyssey, and it might be the best Mario game. It's certainly up there, but it is also nice. To
Mario is missing. I mean, I guess Mario is missing. It's not really a Mario game. It's more of a Luigi game.
That might be the one with the most educational value, although to what level of success might be quite debatable.
Yeah.
Did that actually save you?
Did yeah.
Shit. Not intentionally. At least that code is generally behaved. Well, it's a little spoiler this much.
Killed me. Fuck.
Definitely killed me. Oh, it's very easy actually. The build makes me feel like more of a schmuck than being like in the middle of a freeway fight and just ricocheting from one character to the other. It's inevitable.
Just looking through some of your Smash clips on the channel, somebody clipped that for you into Peds' Falcon Punch.
Oh, right.
It's very good.
It's very funny. Well, let's say this stage was in,
Oh my god. Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
That's right. This stage was in Brawl. I don't think it was in full. So it's quite cool to see it back again. Although with hazards, this stage is a bit of a nightmare. So it's constantly put upside down for what I see.
Yeah, I hate that kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't do well with like controls being inverted or being discombobulated.
The spirit I had to fight, it was like an Ashley one, and gimmick was that it would inverse the controls every now and then, like left was right and right was left. But it would do it like every now and then, and I'd be recovering, and then it changed suddenly as I inputted the recovery move, and it would just kill me. Stupid.
So it's kind of hard to get into the habit of like just as you're getting used to.
Yeah, and also like I wouldn't have enough time to get ready to.
It's proven hard to kill here, isn't it?
And I think save me. He killed you. Oh my god.
It's easy to underestimate how far Lucas's up and B charge will take him.
Oh, that's gonna kill me.
Like
That was laggy.
nice one, Nick. So is Dark Samus heavier than regular Samus?
Don't know. I noticed Dark Samus doesn't really have the same theme song. It's weird because
Oh, there we go. What were you saying, Zoe?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Nick puts the baseball in quotation marks in front of Dark Samus. It's a bit of a freaky design with the kind of sort of the vein-like structures on it. And
Yeah. I have no idea what happened there.
This happened before. It's at some point Discord's having like a TV static earlier, and it just did it again.
TV static, really?
Yeah, yeah. It sounded like the TV wasn't properly tuned in from several years ago at this point. What does it sound like on your end?
I didn't hear it.
Could you just not hear anything, or?
I guess so, yeah.
It's not what that would have sounded like on the stream.
Nostalgic for some people.
Nostalgic, yeah. Brings back fond memories of trying to tune in the bloody console and it's taken ages. Good times. Unlike you kids nowadays, where you get things working and functioning and everything's good. Fucking my day was shit. Wow! Garrett says that Samus outfit gives him a very heavy crisis feel. Yeah, I could see that. Probably the closest they can Smash Brothers comes to like biological horror. Like that in this boss maybe.
A Sparta kick, whoops. Didn't mean to do that, but
Okay.
cool.
I think I saw Ganondorf was like maybe B tier on Zero's tier list.
Really?
He wasn't as high as I expected, but
It's hard to rate.
yeah,
Hard to
I mean,
rate.
again, it's
Early days and all that.
yeah, and as you say, there's also an element of there's probably been at a high level of play as well. Those tier lists.
Yeah, Garrett.
Not to say we're at a very close to play. So.
I forgot who I think I was going to main now. I had some characters in mind, but I forgot.
As I say, probably. Oh, no worries, Nick. Thanks so much for coming in, man.
See you later, Nick.
Take it easy, man. All right. Bye bye.
Should go soon too. Should we have like a quick
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably
best
would.
of
So
three
we
or
got
something?
almost longer. Yeah. Just do a few more.
I see you later, Nick. GG's.
Take it easy, man. Yeah, glad the connection held up in the end. Like, it looked pretty rotten at first, didn't it? But,
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Feels a little bit smoother now, but
that's gonna be inevitable, isn't it, when kind of connected to a player from America.
yeah, true. Well, I played with Smash player, this professional Smash player from America once, and he said the connection's really good. He asked me where I was from. He was really surprised.
Really? Wow.
He expected me to be from a place nearby.
So wait, that was an ultimate, was it?
It was Smash 4
Oh, that's festival. Nice.
years ago, yeah. Oopsie daisy.
We'll both take that. I came close to do the tornado then, but then I realised that might give you
Yeah.
Yeah, I did feel like I noticed a few frame drops on this, especially when there were like any kind of explosions going on. I hope they can fix that, 'cause I do love this stage. It's,
You think, well, I might patch it so it becomes tournament legal.
But I can't even imagine what it's like to sort of play test a game like this and how many possibilities you've got to account for. So.
Ganondorf seems kind of fast sometimes, like weirdly. It's like I guess the jumping buff is part of it. You jump really quickly, like all characters.
How is he generally be considered in past Smash games, like in 4 and?
In melee, he's considered to be pretty bad,
Really?
and considered to be pretty bad, especially in Brawl and Smash Ball. Bottom tier.
You reckon he's a bit better,
Definitely better than this game, yeah, absolutely. I think all heavy characters are like better in this game.
Well, this might be a very basic understand of it, but I kind of feel like with the game being quicker, like heavy characters in general will, like however slow they might have been, they would be a bit quicker. Is that?
Yeah, definitely. I think in melee, in melee as well, they had a buff in the sense that you could half a landing lag gun with like L cancelling.
I've had like I don't know how much of this is me just not being very patient, but I have had a bit of a frustration on this with feeling like moves don't have as much ending lag as I expect them to. I don't know how much of that is me still in this fast 4 mindset of that being less thorough. I don't know. It's
I've definitely had that frustration before, but just from characters, I feel like they should have more.
right, yeah. And the thing is, I don't always have like I'm moan at the moment, but I don't have complete assurance. Like I'm not going to sort of say this character should be this character should be buffed, this character should. Because I mean, I don't really have that assurance to say like for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, me neither, really. I mean, yeah.
like I'm always amazed when people can say that with certainty. It's like,
No, yeah.
well, maybe they are sure. Like, well, someone has to be, you know. It's
It's true, yeah. Not like a top player, I do raise my eyebrows. I'm like, how do you know that?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Some people will say that with authority, and
just like some random person, effectively.
right, yeah.
But, I forgot what I was gonna say now. What we were just talking about, like whether characters are good or not.
Well, balance.
Yeah.
Again, forgive the slight lack of coherence tonight. This is
Don't worry about it. I mean, I felt like a big lack of coherence for me because partly out of like illness.
yeah, fair play to you. So, are you gonna be you get enough rest and not to dote on you, but
Oh, Jazz. No, well, I found that I'm not really like I've got no control over it. Really, I just like wake up a bit earlier than I should do, but I don't feel I've got a lack of rest. But
right.
surprised I'm not getting as many hours as yeah. I feel like I should be like sleeping more, but I'm like sleeping less even. I don't know. It's strange.
In a way, it's not too bad. Like waking up a bit early. It's like, oh, you can.
More time to do stuff, yeah.
Yeah. But it can also be a little bit sort of. It's weird to start that early and then. Like maybe by the end of the day, you might be a little more fatigued, but then. I don't know, it can be all those things like I assume after a day like that I'd be really exhausted by the end, but then you don't end up staying up late or something like that.
Yeah, true.
Very.
Gotten like 2 hours sleep before, but I've stayed up for I don't know, just time like 30 hours later. I'm still awake. I'm like, how am I functioning still? Why am I not tired yet? I think blue light really has an effect on me, I guess. That's
Blue
part of
light,
it. You're
is
like blue light, you know, like light emitted from like TVs
Oh yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So I find like when I'm reading a book, I just like sends me to sleep. Gets me really tired.
I try and because I usually want some sort of stimuli before I go to sleep. So I try.
That just help. Doing like a puzzle helps apparently. Like throughout, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I try and have something audio on, usually a podcast or maybe a YouTube video. I tend to be, like, I'll put something on I've seen a few times before, so I can kind of, that kind of familiarity can help in times like that.
Yeah, it relaxes you.
So, doing this test at this point. Not very good one.
Maybe Ganondorf should be my main.
You're really good at it. To be honest, the laugh there at some point, that's, I'm not saying it became Tidus level laugh, but it might have been on the way there.
Okay, I guess I'll call this my last game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go on forever.
Yeah. Actually, maybe I should have gone with K. Rule for that. But at the same time, with projectile user like Mega Man, I could keep you at at least in theory. In practice, we'll see.
Read that in Prima strategy guide. Oh wait, they closed down, didn't they?
Sorry, what was that?
Prima.
Oh, right.
They stopped doing the guides, didn't they? I think.
yeah.
I think I read that somewhere. I'm not sure.
They had a good run, all things considered. Like,
Yeah, with the internet like invalidating them, kind of.
yeah, I think they did try and adapt online. It seemed to do like alright for a while, but
There's still some like game facts guides out there. You like search a guide for a game. It's like a guide from Game Facts that's like 7 years old.
yeah, there was that great.
Badly
ASCII
written.
art. There was that ASCII art on Amazon,
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Well, I used the Mega Man Legends one. That was 99, I think it was, and it led to a lot of wistful kind of like, where is this person now? I wrote those. They're still playing games, or
I was reading a document outlining the differences between Mega Man 64 and Mega Man Legends, and it was very strange because at first it started off okay, but then the graphics are a lot better in the 64 version, and they're 30% more realistic. And from that point, it got dumber and dumber.
Well, at least that's fairly hard. I don't know why, I was thinking of like, it's like at some point it got anti-Semitic or something like that. You know, I was expecting this to go really, like at least that's,
But funnily enough, I was reading this manga, and on the last chapter, it's like, read it from the start. I read it from like where the anime ended, but I read quite a bit of it, and in the last chapter, there's this random note from the translator saying something like, because the manga it mentions like climate change, and there's a translator's note saying, "Oh, the author really fell for this."
oh,
It was so good, something like that. I was like, that's really random.
Wait, you mean like they fell for something that wasn't,
Climate change was bogus, basically. Like,
no.
those were just really funny to me.
Like this manga actually believes in climate change. Please do not take this as horror. I like
Yeah, it was like an
feed.
online scan. Sorry. Yeah, it was like an online, like just a fan translation, basically. I guess.
Like at that point, there's a bit of kind of like, I don't know, like it's easy to be kind of sort of like, how dare they believe this? It's, but I don't know, it's quite easy to you phrase things in a reasonable way. You present them in maybe like in a sympathetic kind of way, like maybe you can like easily dupe otherwise fairly smart people. I don't know, like maybe to a fault I want to give people the benefit of the doubt and stuff like this, but I mean obviously I'll be less sympathetic if it is like the fucking freedom of the free world claiming it's a conspiracy theory by the Chinese. Like at that point I'm not going to be so sympathetic, and even then I'd probably be too sympathetic in a case like that, but
The Chinese what?
Well,
did he
that's
say?
I believe Trump said something to that effect, where that climate change is like a something paid up by the Chinese.
Oh, it's a
to, like,
conspiracy by the Chinese. Yeah, I think
yeah,
I've heard that before.
Yeah,
That's
it was something
kind of funny.
Like I wouldn't want to say that like not there for sure. I do recall it was something to that effect. Yeah. That doesn't make me sleep well at night.
Oh my gosh, that's almost gonna kill me. Oh my god.
Oh my
no.
god, that actually worked. Unlucky.
Oh wow.
I was about to go on the ledge, I take it.
That's a good shot.
It's so easy to,
Yeah, I guess so.
it's so easy to misalign that. I certainly have done that several times.
True. True. Alright, GG's. Goodbye, Garrett, and stream. Goodbye, Jazz.
Thanks to yourself and anyone else in stream for that with somewhat drunk Jazzem, or at least very tipsy Jazzem.
Thank you, positivity bot also. Yeah.
And Jazz Robobot, I guess, who's only programmed to do one thing. Bless them. I need to give them more of a meaning, more of a reason to strive for, I think.
Reason to live, yeah.
I didn't want the words in that dire fashion, but I guess that's not far off. But yeah.
Alright, yeah, good night, GG's and all that.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. We'll keep this
See
going.
you around.
So,
Yeah,
take it
sure.
easy, Gant. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.